The Scribe in the Spoken World. Chapter 1. The Spoken World. Where worlds are formed before they are seen. There is a world you were taught to see, and a world you were never taught to hear. One is made of objects, matters, labels, histories. The other is made of tone, meaning, expectation, and breath. One shows itself to the eye, the other reveals itself to the soul. Every life begins in the spoken realm. Every identity is carved first in sound. Every destiny is whispered long before it unfolds. Words are not decoration, they are architecture, blueprints, invisible roots from which the invisible world takes shape. Before a child learns to speak, the world speaks over them, speaks around them, speaks them into a shape they silently agree to wear. She's quiet, he's troubled, she's sensitive, he'll never say. Spells, not because they are malicious, but because they are unexamined. The child does not reject words spoken around them, they receive them, they absorb them, they translate them into identity. This is how the game begins, not with choice, with inheritance, not with truth, but with the echo of someone else's voice, not with sovereignty, with agreements made before you knew what an agreement was. What if the world you think you live in is not the world you live in at all, but the world you once agreed to? What if the walls you keep running into were built from sentences you no longer remember speaking? What if the limits you feel are not destiny, only language? For language forms realms, and spoken realms form lives. This is the first law. Life does not respond to what you desire. Life responds to what you speak. Spoken in frustration, spoken in exhaustion, spoken in fear, spoken in habit, spoken as a joke, spoken from someone else's script. Every line is a seed. The question is never, is it powerful? The question is only, is it yours? Most people live inside a collage of borrowed words, borrowed fears, borrowed expectations, borrowed identities. They are fluent in the voices of parents, teachers, ex-lovers, friends, critics, and ghosts. But they have never heard their own. A life lived by borrowed language will always feel like a life half lived. You can build empires from another person's words, but you will never feel at home. You will always feel like a visitor inside your own life. To change the game, you must change the tongue that governs it. You must return to the place where the world is unformed, the realm beneath them, beneath habit, beneath fear, beneath the sentences you repeat without listening. You must descend to the underworld of your own voice. There, in a quiet and unlit place, you will meet the one who has been shaping your life since the beginning, the Scribe. Not a mythic being, not a deity, not a metaphor, but the part of you that records every vow, every whisper, every agreement, every I am, every I always, every I never. Every sentence you spoke aloud and every sentence you swallowed. The Scribe is not emotional, the Scribe is not moral, the Scribe does not negotiate. The Scribe transcribes. And what is transcribed becomes law, not cosmic law, your personal reality.